secret of remaining relevant, it means that everything that you do in this world, you need to be truthful to yourself because each and every one of us has a gift. And you need to find out what kind of gift that you were endowed with because the Almighty endows everybody with a gift. I saw that mine is music. So right from my elementary school, I delved straight into that. I got into music naturally when I was just growing up because I was surrounded by music. Where I grew up, there were so many bands, so many clubs, and through the radios and everything, too, we're hearing other music coming from the other side of Ghana. I got into music when I was growing up in Second D because we were surrounded by music, we were surrounded by bands, and we were surrounded by the seamen also going out of the shores of Ghana and bringing back music from the other side of the world. So I was saturated with that. Support coming from my family, my mother disagreed with me getting involved into music, but my father agreed with me when I asked him that I want to get into music professionally. And he said, if I think that's what I came into the world to do, he gives me his blessings. To talk a little bit about Simigwa. Simigwa, the real meaning of Simigwa is Misimigwado. That means I'm sitting on my stool, just like a king. So that motivated me to come out with that word, Simigwa, because Misimigwado. Back in Senegal, many a time, we use some coin words, to get some fascinating, things coming out of, the environment. That's how Simigwa came about. Lyrics first or instrumental first, I think it varies because many a time you can get inspiration out of lyrics to write music. Sometimes you can get inspiration out of sound to write music. So it depends on whatever that is happening around your environment that will dictate exactly how you're going to, compose your music, either through the lyrics or through the music. I've been called the rapper, the first rapper of music, but I think I am though, because if you go through the Guinness Book of Records, they talk about Sugar Hill Gang or Rapper's Delight. But if you check their date, it's around 1978, 79. Mine was in 1973. And wholly, everything originated from Africa anyway. So talking about the Kasahari, the rhythms and everything, it originated from here. And that's what motivated me to come out with, the music that we have, looking at my eldest, coming out with highlife music and all that. And to top it up too, every dance music in the world derived out of highlife rhythm because highlife rhythm gave birth to every dance music in the world. Looking back into industry before and now, I think before was more competitive in a way that people were learning the rudiments of music and instrumentations and all that. Now, through technology and all that, you see that people are using more computers and all that, to create music. One person can sit in front of the computer, put bass, rhythm, the guitar lines and everything together. So it becomes a one-man show. Back in the days, it's the whole lot of musicians that will go into the studio and everybody will add his expertise to the kind of music that they're producing at that time. So I think then that time was more effective if you want to know music, but now it's a shortcut. People are just using the computer. So that's the difference. Going through my creative process, the unique sound of my music originated from the northern part of Ghana because the Northerners have a way of, doing their music. We that are from the western side and things like that, we are sort of, mixed up with music that is coming from Europe and all that, and whatever that we have from here. But the Northerners are more authentic with themselves and their rhythms and everything. So my motivation of putting my music together, singing or everything, originated from the northern part of Ghana, especially from the Fafa tribe. Secret of remaining relevant, it means that everything that you do in this world, you need to be truthful to yourself, because each and every one of us has a gift, and you need to find out what kind of gift that you were endowed with, because the Almighty endows everybody with a gift. I saw that mine is music. So right from my elementary school, I delved straight into that. Aside from that, you need to be truthful to yourself in everything that you do, and any kind of contribution that you're contributing towards whatever that you're doing into this world. So if you see me like this, being relevant is coming out of my truthfulness to myself, to the music, and to the people that I'm making the music for. Challenges being faced in the industry, I mean, it's not only music. Everything that you do in this world, there are challenges. And many a time you focus on something and it doesn't happen the way that you want it to happen. But these are all challenges, and it helps you to become even stronger in whatever that you want to do, because if you fail, your next time around, you have to pass the test. And being able to pass the test, it means that you have to put more effort in whatever that you do. So there are many challenges. Talking about maybe when I was in America, sometimes we go to perform, I was performing with stronger musicians. But that was the night that me thinking that I have stronger musicians with me and the night is going to be wonderful, then fiasco. So they all happen differently. But whatever that happens, it's your effort and it's your challenge to move forward as a man. My influences of growing up musically, when I was growing up, there were E.T. Masons, there were Stargazers, there were Ramblers, there were Black Beats Band, there were, so many bands, because at that time, the government had bands. Private people also had bands. The government had clubs. You talk about state hotels and all that. Private people also had clubs. So the whole place was saturated with music. And I was all the time looking at my elders, because to know what was happening, I have to learn from my elders. And I was going to my elders to go and learn the rudiments and compositions, as well as arrangements and everything. Because if you want to know, you have to go to where the knowing is, so that you can be able to tap into it and add it to your gift that the Almighty gave you. I think technology has done well for music to be known, because now if you do music and you put it on the air, you put in the media and everything, you see that it goes far. Comparatively, back in the days, people would do music, put it on cassettes and CDs and everything, go around to sell it. But now you can sell your music and everything through the media, the internet and all that. So I think it's a giant step ahead. The only thing that we've lost and we keep on losing is that every country has its music. And we have to let the world know what kind of music that we have here in Ghana. Not that we copy music that is coming from the other side of the world. Because now the younger guys are talking, saying that they are dancehall artists and they are reggae artists and all that. Dancehall was created by our brothers who were sent away from here to Jamaica. So here being the roots, we have to let the world know where and how the roots and everything is. The whole thing that we're doing, we call it show business. There is business attached to whatever that we're doing. The business is going to help you make some monies and, have a family. You can be able to look at your family, feed your family. But if we don't know the musical aspect of it, as well as the business aspect of it, then we fall hollow into making it in music. Because nowadays, people make music, but they don't know the business aspect of it. So they keep on losing money, because if you join any collection society in the world, if your music is used everywhere in this world, the collection society will collect your money for you. And that's the laws. That's everywhere in the world. So I'm not afraid if I do music, release it in the world, because the system is working and the system will make sure that I get my money back. Feeling about a new wave and Afrobeats and all that, I think there's a total deviation, because if you make mention of the name Afrobeat, we know what contains Afrobeat. But now the younger guys have added S to the Afrobeat, making the Afrobeats. But the rhythm and everything that they're deriving out of it is I don't think it's doing justice to the word Afrobeat. Because if you take Afrobeat, Fela created Afrobeat and has a typical rhythm that when you hear, you can be able to identify that this is Afrobeat. But the young guys with the Afro beats and things like that, we don't know the direction that they're coming from. Whether it's Ghanaian music or whether it's what kind of music, we don't know. So it's just like a learned behavior, learning what is coming from America and all that and trying to portray it from here. It is not sitting right with me. If you say Afro beats and musically, whatever that is attached to the Afro beats, it's not Ghanaian. So that's my beef with it. Touring is very wonderful because you exchange your music with people from different countries, of which their culture is different comparatively to yours. But if you can be able to play and let them feel good and accept your music and all that, it's fantastic. It's very wonderful because everywhere that we go, you see that reception. And I make them to know that Africa is the beginning and the roots of whatever that we're doing is from Africa. And all of them, they embrace whatever that is coming from Africa. So I feel very good. At this time of my age, still traveling and things like that, it's really fantastic. The most, fascinating place that I've ever played, I think it will be the Apollo Theater. Because the Apollo Theater, before going to America, watching TVs and all that, you see big names performing at the Apollo Theater. Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Luther Vandross, James Brown, all of them. So for me, to be able to perform on the same stage that these wonderful musicians have been able to perform, I think it's really fascinating. But one more thing is that when you go to Apollo, every musician, because there are a whole lot of artists, so any artist that comes on the stage performs only one song and leaves the stage for the next act. I was able to perform 2 songs at a go. That's a record, because after performing the first song, I asked the audience if they wanted more. All of them said, yay! Then the promoter can say, now you cannot perform the second time around. So that's the most fascinating thing that had ever happened to me musically, and also being in America, because it made me to know that America was ready for me and I'm ready for America. Something day there, waiting day there, ragam, ragam. I cannot say that it's one of my biggest songs, but it's a kind of song that, entered into the minds and into the veins of the people. Because talking about Ragmuzo, if you enter into the Bible, whatever that I'm talking about Ragmuzo is in the Bible. Waiting there, is something there. It happened to Adam, it happened to King David, it happened to Samson. All of them couldn't stand the waiting day there, because the waiting day there is powerful. And these are the things that I wanted the public to know, that something there, because it's powerful. And it has got into the mind since I released that record back in 1996. How many years back? And still people see me today, they will call me, waiting day there, Besinechu Hall, Beyinechu Hall, and all that kind of things. I say, yeah, it's something that is relevant into our human way of life. That's why Ragamzo has become the most powerful out of most of the songs that I've released. As of now, when I started with my family, I left the shores of Sekandi, where my fathers and my mothers and my brothers and everything were, and entered into the music. When I came to the music, I have one child that is in London right now. All of them have grown up. The child has also given me grandchildren. All of them have grown up. To balance between myself and my family and everything, they all know what I'm doing. They all know that, being a breadwinner, you have to get out there. And I'm very happy that I've been able to get out there, and I'm very happy that everything that I own in this world, my travels, my cars, where I live, and all the houses that I have, were all given to me by music. So in between my family and the music, there's a kind of mutual understanding. They know what I'm doing, and I always come back home and also be with them, and they also love it. The advice that I have for the young upcoming musicians is that whatever that we're doing, it's information and education. If you want to do music, make sure that you become educated in the field of music. If you want to do music, make sure that you get information that will help you in whatever that you want to do, because you just can't do music just like that. Music is a gift ordained by the Most High. Sometimes I hear the young guys saying that, oh, let me go and try if it will happen. No, it's not about trying. It's something that you have to ask yourself if this is what you're going to be able to portray to the world as a form of contribution before you embark upon it. That's what I did when I was growing up. And me sitting here, how many years I've been playing music? Because I'm over 70 years now, but still hitting the music. It means that whatever that I was doing, I learned the rudiments of music, I had information, and I asked questions. These are the things that the younger guys have to do. They have to ask questions. They have to go to their elders for information. And that's all you need. Because your gift that you have, if you have information and attach it to your gift, it makes you even more stronger to move forward as a contributor of music to the world. So please, it's information and it's education, and don't play with it. Eba, one country under one tell, under one blow. That's a demand that you know. This is Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. You're watching Face2Face Africa, the premier global black voice. It's very important.